When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really...
Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Shaun Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Back to pass, it's Simpson. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time to take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Woof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback will keep it. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on fourth down? And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around.
Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. They'll ride the hot hand. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch inside the 30 and... Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics. in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that right there.
Wiggles free. Touchdown, Bama! They put the first points on the board. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Harbor. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
Punt is on its way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. He leaves it with his back. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Working the middle, it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. He'll sneak it.
Yeah, no mystery there. Third down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad play at a bad time.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Release to the back. He's got it. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Snagged in the middle, it's Cuevas. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Trying to find the end zone. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's a tough thing to do, man. Get this guy on the ground. You've already seen it. He's got a rushing touchdown in this football game. Down here in the red zone, you know his feet are going to be a big part of the offense. The defense was ready, and they get the sack.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good, right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Plows through the defense. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. On target. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Now This is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. To the air, it's Simpson. Caught near the sticks, it's Cuevas. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
They just keep firing, looking to get it in. Touchdown, Alabama! A great catch and run for 6. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Motion from the back. He'll start this drive firing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll do it himself. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it.
And that's got to be a big-time break, because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all that speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering it.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Now improvising, fighting off the defender. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Caught close to the marker. It's Bennett. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Still running at the 40. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Got his man down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now, you might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. It's a fumble on the play. Bounced right back to them.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. From the gun. Give on the inside. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Sellers. Looking for the goal line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And how about the defense coming through in the clutch? You're up. You want to maintain that lead. You've given up a bunch of yardage. What do? You bow your neck, create the turnover, get the ball back to the offense. Offense, go do your job. We're going to win this football game.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going to the stiff arm to create a little breathing room as he gets it out to the 12.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Shotgun snap on third down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. got his man quickly. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Snags it, and he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. First and goal for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Second and goal coming up. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. With the catch, it's Bernard. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. He'll keep it on the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
With the catch, it's Horton. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers, Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. To the air on second down. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires to the middle. Touchdown Tide! And that one will give them the lead. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Now, LaNorris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy plays sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Bennett. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bennett. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. caught in the backfield. It's Brown. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on! That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. To the ground with the back. Fights off the defender. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Can't get him to the ground. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Sellers. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Rides the back on the option to give. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got it in the middle. It's Horton. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. To the air. It's Simpson. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. Tripped up for the tackle.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. The screen, and watch out! And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Gamecocks come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. He'll throw on 3rd down. Still looking. He breaks a tackle. The throw. They're working that left side. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Finds his man, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Complete to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
From the shotgun, the inside kid. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. It's complete. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, and the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And he marched 78 yards down the field, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally.
And how about that? They pull out the onside kick. They're able to get it down 3 here in the 4th quarter. They're in great position right now to at least tie this game.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they don't connect on that throw, but you're seeing the 2-minute drill live and in full effect for this offense, something they practice each and every single week, looking for the sidelines, using the clocks, understanding the timeout situation. But these are plays they feel like they can run in their sleep to put themselves in position to kick a field goal here late.
It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Good timing on the quick out. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the 1st down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the 1st. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up 4th and short.
Tries to get it on the ground. Nice move to keep running. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Motion from the wideout. To throw, it's Sellers. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.